the skills challenge. This made the list because it was fucking awful. There was like 4 rounds. The first round, the teams passed the ball through this hoop that was about as wide as a semi-truck tire. They dribble around these obstacles and run to the other end of the court, put the ball in the hoop. The second round, I believe, everyone had to pass basketballs through the same hoops, like back to back. There were 3 hoops and each player had to pass the ball through the hoop. Third round, it was shoot around, basically shooting threes and then half court shots. Rarely do I look at a professional athlete and say to myself, I can do that. I can get up off the couch. Watching this skills challenge, I felt like I could get up off the couch and do exactly what they did. Anybody with a shred of athleticism could do that skills challenge. I can go out to my driveway, make a bootleg obstacle course, dribble around, shoot around. It was boring. I'm looking at the crowd. People are just sitting down. No oohs and no ahs. Number 2, the dunk contest. How many people jumped over somebody? Oh shit, haven't seen this before. The creativity is just being displayed once again. Let's jump over a friend. Let's jump over a family member. Let's jump over Shaq's big ass. Because he's like the tallest guy that's willing to have people jump over him, I'm assuming. And it also helps the dunker display his hops to get people to go, damn, you see how high he got, bruh? Trend on social media. I believe that's what athletes care about nowadays. Some of them probably care more about being popular than being an all-time great. Jaylen Brown jumped over this YouTuber or Twitch streamer named Kai Cenat. When he lands on the ground, he covers his eyes. But he was supposed to cover his eyes while attempting the dunk. But he could have just simply, just closed his eyes rather than try to cover his eyes with his forearm. So that dunk was lame. Some guy brought out some dude dressed in Dominique Wilkins' uniform. It served no purpose. When the dude did his dunk, the camera was still on the clown in Nick's uniform. Why can't people just dunk the damn ball? There were some dunks, guys went out onto the court and just dunked the ball. I still enjoyed those dunks more than the prop dunks. Someone had on a Michael Jackson glove. I didn't care for any of this shit. At this point, the dunk contest needs to be scrapped. The stars don't do it. People are coming out in Michael Jackson gloves, dunking in Black Panther masks, jumping over Shaq and other people. People coming out dressed in old school players' uniforms just to be out there, bringing out random people. Just scrap the whole thing. And number 3, the All-Star Game. And for the record, I DVR the All-Star Weekend, so I could have the power to fast forward, which is how all NBA games and events should be watched. I wasn't watching this shit live, and I was putting it off, which explains as to why this video is coming out so late, but whatever. I wake up the next day to check the score and see it was 211 to 186 East. Are you kidding me? And I'm thinking, how many players scored over 30? How many players allowed the other players to score 30? Well, apparently everybody. So from tip-off to halftime, because that's when I stopped watching, guys jogging up the court, playing an teensy-weensy bit of defense, then let the ball handler score, guys shooting threes all over the place, free open lanes to the basket, and the commentators are just like, oh shit, no, we did it. This is the greatest thing ever. There's nothing like the All-Star Weekend. And of course they're gonna say that, right? They can't say that this shit is trash. They have to know that this is not good. Like Reggie Miller, of all people, would have to know, like, he has to look at what the NBA product is as a whole and just say to himself on the inside, like, wow, this shit is terrible. These guys don't play, they sit out, they low manage, they flop, they cry about calls. But he'll just keep saying, oh, this is the greatest thing ever and it's amazing. I guess he wants to keep making that check. The All-Star Weekend is an absolute joke. Just like the NBA product. It's all about highlights, crossovers, alley-oops, 360 dunks, and and-one moves, and that's it. That's it. Being trendy on social media. These dudes don't care. I watched an old school NBA All-Star game before I made this video, and just night and day. I had more fun watching that than the current product. Why? Because guys are playing defense, they're blocking shots, they're diving for the ball, they're having to work for their jump shots, guys are getting double teamed. They're treating it like a game. They're competing, right? Because this is a sport. Basketball is a sport. It's a competitive sport. And to me, the guys of the past treated the All-Star Weekend or the All-Star Game looking to prove that their conference, their side was better. Fuck the East. Oh yeah, fuck the West. We'll beat your ass on this court. And then Stephen Curry went up against this woman named Sabrina, a WNBA player. And it was to prove that, women can compete with the boys too. Girls can compete with the guys too. It's like, no, you can't. No, you can't. Have you ever seen a woman run? Some women run. Some women run like they can't separate their knees. Some of them move like they have no good hand-eye coordination. It's just genetically impossible. It's just genetics. A woman can't compete with a guy in sports. Now, there are some exceptions to it, obviously. But overall, women can't compete with men. It's just genetically impossible. It's not sexist or anything. It's just facts. So now, from here on out, I bet you there's going to be more WNBA players competing with the men, and they're gonna push this narrative that's already been out there that girls can compete with the boys and girls can do anything that a guy can. And it's also to help get more eyeballs on the WNBA product. Someone might tune into the All-Star game, never have heard of Sabrina Inosuke, and they may say to themselves, oh, she's really good at shooting threes. She seems like a good player, and then try to tune into a WNBA game. So it's also marketing as well. They're trying to get their product some more eyeballs. So those are my thoughts on this abomination of a All-Star weekend. Please like and subscribe. That is it. I am out.